La Gemma Premium Resort all-inclusive sits right on the Red Sea coast near Marsa Alam, and there's something interesting about this place that most travel videos skip over. It has 270 rooms. Now, that might sound like just a number, but it's actually the sweet spot for all-inclusive resorts. It's big enough to support 3 full restaurants, multiple bars, and real entertainment programming without feeling like you're on a cruise ship. Smaller resorts just can't justify the staff needed for varied dining or nightly shows. The really huge places with over 500 rooms, meals start feeling like a cafeteria. But at 270 rooms, you get variety without that assembly line vibe. The all-inclusive package here covers your breakfast buffet, 3 specialty restaurants, a beach bar, a poolside bar, and all the entertainment. Let's talk about the money side for a second. If you're the kind of person who wants a morning coffee, a decent lunch, an afternoon cocktail, dinner at an actual sit-down restaurant, and maybe one more drink before bed, you'd easily drop $80 to $100 per person every day at a regular hotel. Here, it's all bundled in. The resort is about 13 miles from Marsa Alam city center and roughly 20 minutes from the airport, which matters because you're not wasting half your first day stuck in a van. For rooms, you've got twin or double rooms, standard doubles, family rooms, and suites. Every single room has air conditioning, which isn't a luxury here, it's absolutely necessary. They also have sound-insulated walls, and that detail matters way more than you'd think when you're trying to sleep off jet lag and someone's kids are doing laps in the hallway at midnight. You also get bathrobes, a safe for your passport and phone, a flat-screen TV with cable, a phone, and bathrooms with showers, free toiletries, and daily housekeeping. The twin or double rooms are the workhorses. They're the reliable choice that works for couples or friends traveling together who don't need separate beds. Nothing fancy, just straightforward and functional with everything you actually need. The sound, insulation, and daily housekeeping mean you're not dealing with paper-thin walls or that awkward moment when you're hunting someone down to get fresh towels. Standard double rooms are basically the same setup but configured for couples who want one bigger bed. These aren't trying to win design awards. They're built for comfort and practicality, which is exactly what you want when you're spending most of your day at the beach or in the water and just need a clean, cool place to crash at night. Family rooms are where things get more practical if you're traveling with kids or just need more space. The exact size isn't listed, but the name suggests separate sleeping areas or extra beds, which means you're not playing Tetris with suitcases and trying to tiptoe around sleeping children at 6 in the morning. Same amenities apply: air conditioning, sound insulation, safe, bathrobes, TV, daily housekeeping. The real advantage is you're not paying for 2 separate rooms and dealing with the headache of coordinating keys, wake-up times, and whose room everyone's meeting in before breakfast. Suites are the top tier. More space, better layouts, though the specifics aren't spelled out. What you do know is they keep the same core amenities, so you're still getting the sound insulation, the daily housekeeping, the robes, the safe, the climate control, just with more square footage and probably better views or terrace access. Suites make sense for longer stays, honeymooners who want room to spread out, or anyone who finds that an extra couple hundred square feet makes the difference between a good vacation and a great one. Let's talk about food. Dining here revolves around 3 specialty restaurants plus the bar options, all included. La Mia Africa restaurant serves fusion cuisine, which really just means a menu that pulls from different cooking traditions instead of sticking to one style. When fusion is done right, you might find grilled seafood with North African spices, or roasted meats with Mediterranean herbs, or vegetables prepared with techniques borrowed from several places. The advantage in an all-inclusive setting is variety. If you're here for a week, you're not eating the same rotation of dishes every single night. The kitchen can switch up proteins, play with sauces, and keep things from getting repetitive. Alaadino restaurant focuses on oriental cuisine, which usually means Middle Eastern and North African flavors. Think slow-cooked tagines, grilled kebabs, flatbreads made to order, dips like hummus and baba ganoush, rice dishes with saffron or cinnamon, and desserts built around honey, nuts, and phyllo dough. This is cooking that takes time. Marinades that sit overnight, spices toasted and ground by hand, stews that simmer for hours until the meat just falls apart. In all-inclusive resorts, oriental restaurants often become the highlight because the flavors are bold, the cooking is labor-intensive, and it's the kind of food that's hard to pull off at home. Terra d'Orient restaurant is the third specialty option, though the specific cuisine details aren't provided. The name suggests more Eastern Mediterranean or North African influences, possibly overlapping with Alaadino but with a different menu or cooking style. The fact that this resort runs 3 sit-down restaurants instead of relying only on a buffet shows they're committed to varied dining experiences. Buffets work great for breakfast, but for dinner, most people prefer a menu, table service, and food that's plated instead of scooped from a steam tray. Beyond the restaurants, there's a beach bar and a poolside bar, both included. Beach bars are where you grab a cold drink between swims, order a light lunch without leaving the sand, and skip the long walk back to your room when you just want a beer and some shade. Poolside bars do the same thing for people who prefer chlorinated water to salt water. The resort also has a free breakfast buffet, which is the most practical way to feed 270 rooms worth of people in the morning. Buffets work for breakfast because everyone wants something different. Some want eggs and toast, others want fruit and yogurt, some want pastries and coffee. A buffet lets everyone customize without waiting for table service. The resort has an indoor pool, an outdoor pool, and a heated swimming pool, though it's not totally clear if the heated pool is a separate third pool or just a seasonal feature of one of the others. Indoor pools are useful on windy days or if you want to swim early before the sun heats everything up. Outdoor pools are the social center of most resorts, where people claim chairs, order drinks from the poolside bar, and spend hours doing basically nothing. Heated pools extend the swimming season, making early morning or late evening swims comfortable even when the air cools down. The beach is really the main attraction here. The resort sits right on the beachfront with a private beach area, sun loungers, and umbrellas. Private beach access means you're not sharing sand with day trippers or people walking up and down selling sunglasses. You get a reserved space, and the resort controls the setup so there are enough chairs and umbrellas for everyone. The Red Sea is known for its clarity, coral reefs, and marine life, which makes this spot ideal for snorkeling and diving. The water here is typically calm, warm, and ridiculously clear. The kind of visibility where you can see fish 20 feet down without even wearing a mask. Sun loungers and umbrellas are provided, which sounds minor until you've stayed somewhere you had to fight for a chair at 7 in the morning or pay extra for shade. Here it's included, and the private beach setup means the resort manages capacity so you're not crammed shoulder to shoulder with strangers. The beach bar is steps from the sand, so you can order food and drinks without leaving the beach, which is exactly how a beach day should work. The combination of private beach access, loungers, umbrellas, and an on-site bar removes most of the hassle from a beach vacation. You're not hauling coolers, setting up your own shade, or walking half a mile to find food. You show up, claim a spot, and everything you need is within a 30-second walk. The resort offers water sport facilities on site, though the specific activities aren't detailed. At Red Sea resorts, this usually includes snorkeling gear, kayaks, paddleboards, and sometimes windsurfing equipment, often included or available for a small fee. Having facilities on site means you don't have to book excursions through outside companies or arrange transportation. You just walk down to the beach, sign up, and go. There's an outdoor tennis court with equipment provided, which is a nice option for early mornings before it gets too hot or late afternoons when the sun starts dropping. Having the equipment provided means you don't have to pack rackets or buy overpriced gear at the resort shop. Fitness classes are available, which usually means yoga on the beach, water aerobics in the pool, or group cardio sessions in a shaded area. These are popular with people who want to keep up some kind of workout routine on vacation without committing to a full gym session. Aerobics classes are listed separately, suggesting there's a structured schedule of group exercise options. Entertainment programming includes movie nights, live sports broadcasts, themed dinner nights, karaoke, live entertainment, stand-up comedy, and an entertainment staff. Movie nights are typically poolside or beach screenings projected onto a big screen after sunset with lounge chairs and blankets. Live sports broadcasts matter if you're traveling during a major tournament and don't want to miss the games. Themed dinner nights usually tie into one of the specialty restaurants with decorations, special menus, and sometimes live music or performances. Karaoke is one of those things you either love or avoid completely, but it's there if you want it. Live entertainment and stand-up comedy suggest there's nightly programming, which is common in larger all-inclusive resorts. The entertainment staff coordinates activities, runs games, organizes group events, and generally keeps things lively without being annoying. There are also barbecue facilities, which could mean poolside grills for guests to use or organized barbecue nights with the kitchen doing the cooking. Either way, it's another dining option, and grilled food always tastes better on vacation. The spa offers body scrubs, manicures and pedicures, and facials. Body scrubs are popular at Red Sea resorts because salt water and sun can leave your skin feeling dry and rough, and a good scrub followed by moisturizer resets everything. Manicures and pedicures are standard spa services, useful if you've been walking around in sandals and want your feet to look decent, or if you just want an hour of sitting still while someone else does the work. Facials are another reset service, especially after a few days of sun, chlorine, and salt water. Spa treatments at resorts are usually priced separately from the all-inclusive package, so expect to pay extra, but having a spa on-site means you can book a treatment between breakfast and the beach without leaving the property. The spa setup isn't described in detail, so there's no info on how many treatment rooms there are or if there's a sauna, steam room, or relaxation areas, but having multiple services suggests it's a real facility and not just a massage table in a back room. The resort is about 13 miles from Marsa Alam city center, which is close enough for a day trip but far enough that you're not dealing with city noise or traffic. Marsa Alam itself is a small coastal town, more of a gateway to the Red Sea's dive sites and beaches than a busy city. The main draw here is the natural environment. Coral reefs, marine life, desert landscapes, and a slower pace compared to more developed resort areas. The resort is about 20 minutes from Marsa Alam International Airport, which is one of the shortest transfer times you'll find anywhere. Most beach resorts involve at least an hour of driving after your flight, so a 20-minute transfer means you're checked in and at the pool before the flight fatigue really hits. Marsa Shuna Beach is about 3.6 kilometers away, though since the resort has its own private beach, there's not much reason to go off-site unless you're just curious about exploring other parts of the coastline. The Red Sea coast here is less developed than areas further north, which means fewer crowds, quieter beaches, and better underwater visibility. Reviews are overwhelmingly positive. It has a 9.7 out of 10 rating on Booking.com, which is exceptionally high, ratings above 9.5 usually mean consistent service, well-maintained facilities, and a property that actually delivers on what it promises. Expedia notes that past visitors consistently praise their stays and describe it as a tranquil getaway. The word tranquil suggests a quieter, more relaxed vibe rather than a party resort, which fits with the beachfront location and the focus on water sports, spa services, and natural surroundings. That said, no hotel is perfect, and your experience will depend on things like your room category when you travel and what you're expecting. High ratings don't mean every single person loved every single detail. They mean most people left satisfied. If you need a specific room view, prefer certain foods, or have strong opinions about how loud the entertainment should be, it's worth clarifying those things when you book or check in. What makes this resort different is the combination of beachfront access, all-inclusive dining with 3 specialty restaurants, strong guest ratings, and a location that prioritizes natural beauty over nightlife and shopping. This isn't a resort where you're steps from a busy street full of restaurants and shops. It's a place where the focus is the beach, the water, the food on site, and the ability to just disconnect. The Red Sea location is a huge selling point for divers and snorkelers. The coral reefs here are some of the best in the world, with visibility often over 30 meters and marine life that includes dolphins, sea turtles, rays, and hundreds of fish species. For people who prioritize underwater experiences, this location is really hard to beat. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up, subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.